You are now tuned into the Re-Up podcast. With me today is my co-host Hector61. We got a special guest in the building today, Bronx hip-hop artist Selfmade Kev. What's up, Kev?
Yo, what up, bro?
What's good, bro? How's everything?
Chilling.
Yeah, just working? Doing what you gotta do?
Sure.
Awesome. So, Selfmade, right? Your single Testimony Freestyle came out this past April, and most artists who make their debut, a single or album, project, whatever the case may be, they want to get to a broader audience in any genre. On the other, when it comes to kind of like their debut, they kind of want to either get to like a big trap scene, a big party type of song. Mm-hmm. You kind of did the opposite and kind of like did a tribute to a loved one. Yeah. Explain what went into that.
I did a tribute for my little cousin, and like just talking about my past, my struggles, and what I've been through. Cause my main goal is to reach people that have been through the same thing I've been through, if not worse or similar.
Right.
So I don't want to stay in that lane where I talk about my struggle or like stuff that puts people in their bag when they go after a party or at night after school and they in their bed and they want to listen to something that helps them relax. I make music for that. Right.
Did you get any pushback to maybe do like the opposite and go for like a big time party record?
Nah, never.
Nah, so everyone for the most part said, you know what, that's like kind of like your alley.
Yeah, that's my alley for sure.
Right. So you do more music like that, but can you also go into more of like the party type of music and like everything for sure?
Yeah. I just want something lit and, I'm not going through the struggle, going through the pain. Probably I could get in that zone and do a party song and stuff like that, get people lit. But as of now, I'm going to stick to what I'm doing right now. Right. That's what I'm going through.
Do you think radio stations or a lot of platforms are into kind of like that type of like relaxing, soothful type of music?
Nah, radio, they just go for whatever's hot, whatever the party songs like
the club songs and all
exactly,
that. Yeah. So you kind of want to stay away from the club? Do you want to stay away from the club songs, or is it kind of like whatever?
Not even
comes?
just stay away. Just however I'm feeling in the studio, that's what I go with. If I'm feeling, if I feel like I'm gotta spit some pain, then I'm gonna just stick with that.
Would you consider yourself a radio artist, like Hot 97, trying to get on the radio?
Nah, I ain't just trying to get on the radio. If it happens, it happens. You feel me? If people fuck with the music, then I'll do it. But I ain't going for that. I just want to aiming for the streets, aiming for what people really want to hear.
I hear you. Yeah. So for everyone, it's always going to be a different answer, right? Mm-hmm. But when we ask most artists who they look up to or who they've been inspired by, they usually say themselves, on some cocky shit. Yeah. So, growing up, who were some of your go-to artists? Like, who would you say was on your playlist?
Growing up, like what age?
Let's say middle school.
Middle school, I gotta say Fab, Meek, Drake. How old was I? Like 11, 12? Yeah, Fab, Meek, Drake. I'll say those artists.
All right. So, would you say, like, you specifically, like, is street artists that you connect with, or is any type of
not only street artists? Like I'll listen to some Summer Walker.
I hear you.
My girl got me listening to Billie Eilish.
I got you.
Nice. A lot of artists also have shown artistic abilities from a young age. How much did music influence you when you were younger?
When I was younger, I used to listen to a lot of Lil Bow Wow.
Nice.
I used to have a little karaoke set. I used to sing along to all his songs and stuff like that. I never thought I would be a rapper, but I used to just do it because
it was fun.
Yeah, it was just fun.
Did you do any type of other music type of ventures? Like were you have like in a church group or any type of instruments, stuff like that?
I used to dance with my school.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah, I used to dance and shit like that, but never no music, rapping. I ain't never think I could spit or none of that.
So that was never like a dream of yours as a young age?
I used to want to play baseball.
Got you.
Yeah.
So how did the music really come about? How did you formulate, all right, music is kind of what I want to do from now on?
When I knew baseball wasn't going to work, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't want to live a regular life. I don't want to work 9 to 5. I knew I wasn't going to finish school, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just do the music because I want to live the lifestyle.
Right.
I want to be rich, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to just do the music. I was like 21, and I started off in my dorm. I was just writing. And when I got home, I went to the studio, started recording. I ain't even record the songs that I had written. I started freestyling. Since then, I've been freestyling every song, and I just kept going like that.
Nice. I mean, a lot of people also, I guess, they want to go into that type of venture, like that entrepreneurship venture. Oh, I don't want to work. I don't want to do 9 to 5. And they go into music, but a lot of people aren't talented enough to really make that a reality. Mm-hmm. How did you realize that you were actually, talented and that all this investment to the music would actually work?
Shit. It took a while. It took like 40, 50 songs for me to be like, all right, nah, this is it right here. I mean, everything that I start, I always finish. I always try to finish. So I never quit, but it took a while for me to gain that confidence. Like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
So it's grinding, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
All the time.
Every day in the studio. I lived in the studio, just rapping until I found that one song that I feel like this is my sound. This is my go-to right here.
Have you seen the glamorous side of rap yet, or have you only seen like the gritty working
Just
consistently,
Just
the
work.
behind the scenes kind of
Yeah.
work? Because I don't think a lot of people really understand that the music industry in general, it's not all glitz and glamour. That's just to
Nah,
show
it's
people
just
like
a
for
grind, for
yeah,
sure.
exactly. It's
Oh,
mostly just
yeah.
working.
This is a tough grind.
Yeah. What type of studios do you usually work at, or do you usually record your songs at?
I was recording in Culture Studio in the Bronx.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
And that's about it.
So when would you say that music itself was what you wanted to pursue, period? Because you told us that baseball, once it didn't work out,
Yeah.
boom, that was like, all right. But when did you know that's my avenue? That's what, like, eso lo que quiero hacer.
Like that's what I want to do for
Yeah.
sure. I would say right after I finished my last semester of college, when I came back home,
All right.
I was like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I didn't even go back for my last year because I was not gonna graduate. I didn't have enough credits, none. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do the music shit. I'm gonna stay home, and I just did that. It was last year or 2 years ago. I was 21.
So a lot of people in your inner circle, whether it's your family, your friends, when you first kind of made the decision that you weren't going to go back to school for your last year, what was the reaction to that?
Horrible. Horrible. Everybody was like, so you gonna stop playing baseball so you can do music, baseball won't work. What makes you think music is gonna work? You know, a lot of people don't make it, blah, blah, blah. It's just hard. as
All
fuck.
negativity.
Yeah, all negative. But
The Hispanic criticism.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can understand.
You know.
Like if I just dropped out of school right now, my mom would probably kill me.
Exactly. And I was about to go into my last year, so it's like you're about to stop everything you're doing just for music. You don't even know if you're good at it. Like
Right.
I've never done music, so they like, what the fuck?
Were you one of the first people in your family to attend college? Was that kind of the reason
Yeah,
why?
yeah. I was
So
the
was that also kind of the reason why people
Yeah.
were kind of upset?
I
Like,
was-
damn, like
mhm.
you would have been the first one to graduate, all that. Like, how
Mhm.
could, like, you know?
And I'm basically the first child, like the first grandchild, first nephew, first son.
That's tough.
Yeah.
So crazy. Did you also think that did your family also think that maybe it would be like a bad example for like any younger siblings you might have had, or any younger like generations in your family you might have had?
Not necessarily, because they know that anything I go for is a positive. Like
Right.
they know the music is a positive, of course. What I talk about in my music is different, but the main goal is positive. To
Right.
be
So now they
successful.
kind of understand that
Yeah, they
the music is
understand
kind of
that.
going
Mhm.
somewhere. There's actual money in
Yeah.
this, actual vision.
Of course.
It's just at the time it was like a big
It was
culture
a
shock
big
type
shock,
of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So I mean, like most of the time, people would like the way you described it, dropping out in general. You know, Hispanic parents, they're gonna get like OD nervous about their kid and everything. But that's most parents in general.
Yeah, of course.
So going into it, were you nervous like from the get go? Like, were you just like, nah, I think I could do this music thing, or were you just like you just threw yourself out there like I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but
I don't know. I mean, I had the image. Like,
Okay.
I know I can do it. It's just about, can I make songs consistently? That's
Right,
what I
right,
was
right.
scared about. Like, do I like my sound? Like, at first, I ain't like my sound. I ain't like how I sound at all. But
that's
I was-
usually
Yeah.
the start at the starting point. Everybody, all
I just-
artists are like that.
I just kept going. I just thought, throw a little bit of auto-tune, spit a little bit, and you good. I'm like, nah, it was not like that.
So
gotta
you didn't
really
know how to
find
do.
something.
You
I
didn't
ain't
know how to do
none of that.
16 or 4.
None of that. I ain't know what nothing was. When they asked me, you think you could do it? Nah, I don't know what that is. Hook, verse.
So you just kind of like went out the deep end.
Yeah.
Just kind of
I
started to
just
do it.
learn. I mean, all day, all I do is look up like different artists. They come up, what they do in the studio, and how they record and stuff like that. I
Right, right,
learn
right.
from like bigger artists and stuff like that on the regular. This is what I do every day, so that's how I got to learn.
Did you also link up with more engineers and more other people who could help, like videographers, like a manager, like? Was
Yeah,
that
my
also a
man-
big part of
Yeah, for sure.
kinda
When I
coming
linked up with my manager Jose, he helped me a lot in getting my music in all platforms, video work, photography, everything. Like he's the backbone of this.
So he pretty much kind of organizes you and like puts
Yeah.
you like in the right places at the right
Exactly,
time.
Yeah.
So how'd you and Jose
everything
link up?
drops. I mean, I knew him since I was younger. Since I played baseball with his big brother, I knew him since I was younger. And then he would reach out to me like, yo, I fuck with your music, send me some unreleased, I'll send him some stuff. And he told me like, listen, I got a big plan. I want to start a management company. So he was like, I want to manage you. I want to help you. I want to get your music out there. We could do this. I know how to get your, I have a marketing plan for you, blah, blah. So I'm like, yeah, I'm with it. Fuck it, let's do it. Both young, we both come from the same borough. So I'm like, let's do it. Why not?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, like if a friend tells you, hey, I want to start something, but there's no organization or
Yeah.
paperwork behind it, or no, like in your case, a marketing plan, it might seem like a semi good idea because you're like, all right, like I like this guy, but I don't know what he is business wise.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess it was a plus for you to see, all right, he actually has something like set out concrete for me to actually follow, actually do.
Mm-hmm.
So do you two kind of like budget out, like videos and like everything for the most part?
Of course, yeah.
Nice. What makes him a good manager other than that?
I mean, whatever I want, he gives it to me. Like if I want to drop on this day, he'll be like, let's do it this day. It's never a no. It's never. He explains to me. If he says no, he explains to me why not. He looks out for me other than music. If I'm going through something, he hits me up like, yo, you good, bro? I see you haven't been in the studio or you going through a little something. He looks out for me, all that.
Nice.
So when it came to your manager, speaking like from my own experience, I'm a manager myself.
Yeah.
Like I manage my boy, and he was on the show last week. So, for example, when it went into management, would you say it was more about like, okay, we have this overall goal, we have this plan or whatever, or was it more than the music? Like it was a brotherhood, like, you know what I'm saying? Was it more important we trying to get out the hood together or whatever, or was it like, regardless, if we don't make it, it's a brotherhood thing, you know what I mean?
Nah, for sure it's a brotherhood before anything.
I hear
The
that.
music is just a plus. It brought us more together because we wasn't really talking consistent before.
Okay,
I was
okay.
more cool as brothers since we played baseball together. He's
Right.
But after the music, that's when we really got closer. Now I consider him my brother. For sure, I talk to him every single day.
That's what I'm talking about.
So in your music, you portray a lot of pain and struggle. That's pretty much you can feel it for the most part when you listen to it.
Right.
Is music a way for you to come to terms with tough times in your life?
For sure, I've been through the worst. I go to the studio and feel better after I make a good song. I feel better. I'm happy. I forget about everything.
That's your outlet.
Exactly.
I hear that.
Yeah, I feel like everyone has an outlet with like the gym, or even like when I used to play baseball, going to the batting cage, and just hitting like 100
It's the
balls.
same
Like
thing.
it's kind of like hitting a punching bag or something like that. So some positive like that. Was music were you ever nervous that you being through so much and you would kind of like express your anger through like the wrong avenues?
What do you mean?
So instead of going to the studio and writing music to like relieve yourself, did you ever worry about yourself, going to like other bad stuff?
Yeah, of course, like drugs and stuff like that. Of
Yeah.
course. And that's why there's always a studio. Or
Right.
my girl, she for sure calms me down.
Keeps you level headed.
So I'm good.
for the
Make
most
sure I'm
part.
straight. Yeah, for
Keeping
sure.
you out of
me
trouble.
out of trouble. Exactly.
I hear that.
I'd rather be laid up with her than doing something.
Right. Is it tough to be in a relationship when you're like not even like the music scene, but like an entrepreneurship scene? Because sometimes you gotta put so much time and effort into the craft that sometimes like, their personal life has to take a kind of a break.
It just depends. You gotta really get a good girl that go understand, and she has the same goal as you.
Right.
At first it was tough. I was playing baseball. She was okay with it. She was supportive. And it's like I'm switching to music. It's like, whoa, that's a big switch. But
Yeah.
she understood, and she was down with me through whatever, and made it happen.
Right. What was her first reaction when you showed her like a clip of your music?
It was fun. She was in the studio with me.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
First
All
time
right.
recording, she was in the studio with me, and she liked it. It was cool.
Nice.
I listen to it now. We listened to it like the other day, and it was like I grew a lot from then to now.
That's amazing.
Ride or die type of shit.
For sure.
It's amazing.
All right, so speaking on the music, right? Continuing with the music. So in June, you dropped your single, Myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it. I even enjoyed the visuals. It looked like a scene out of Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
So, those were great too. But for the most part, when you hit the studio, right? Is there a type of track or a sound that you're specifically looking for? Or are you usually playing with different type of beats and melodies when you get in there?
I mean, when I get in there, usually I'm on YouTube looking for beats. I don't have a producer yet,
Okay.
but usually I'm on YouTube looking for beats. The first beat that I find that I like, I just like the first 5 seconds of it. I pick it and I just go in and record it. I record myself. I don't have no engineer, no nothing. So I record myself. I freestyle. I don't write. So everything just flows. It's just whatever I'm feeling at the moment.
Everything's organic.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I mean, there's a bunch of artists that I know, but, guys like Joey Badass, they used to come up and Joey Badass has said himself, he used to look up beats and instrumentals on YouTube all the time, and that's how he blew up. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of fire beats on YouTube. For sure.
OD, and nobody's saying nothing about it, so I don't blame you.
Why not?
Do you think it's easier, like, because of stuff like that, like looking at YouTube, beats on YouTube? Do you think it's not necessarily easier, but more of kind of like more like? Well, I will say easier. Is it easier to become an artist, or at least start becoming an artist, compared to what it was 10 years ago?
Yeah, everything is online. You just go on YouTube, look for a beat. Back then, you probably couldn't even be able to do that. Now
Right.
you just go on YouTube, look for beat, put it on Pro Tools and record. Have an engineer come record it for you. Your friend know how to record it, and you got a song.
But that's the funny
You
thing
never
too.
know
'Cause
if it pops or not. Somebody likes your song. Fuck it.
it's funny because almost everybody like they don't know it themselves, but almost everybody has a skill. Like
Yeah,
you'll
nobody
be
know.
around your friends and somebody knows how to do something they have no idea.
Don't even
So,
know.
Right.
Exactly.
For real.
How many videos do you have? Music videos.
I got 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you plan on making more in the future?
Oh yeah,
or
for
making,
sure.
like, definitely.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm gonna make more videos for sure. I gotta get more visuals out there.
Right. And what's the message that you want to kind of like portray in your music videos? Because a lot of rappers, they just kind of want to floss, like
Yeah.
creatively and all that, but it's kind of like to floss with the
Right.
music and all that. Do you have like an actual storyline that goes along with
I
your
want to
music
do
videos?
actual storylines for my videos for sure. I feel like that's important. People get to understand the song. When you
Right.
do a storyline is if you just rapping about something and then your music is just fucking foreign cars and all that type of shit. It's like what's
Yeah.
really the story in your song?
Exactly.
You know?
There's a lot of directors like Kid Art. I don't know if you know who he is. He does a whole bunch of really cool like directing pieces with music videos. Like he'll do like a whole like acting scene, but then mixing the music here and there,
Yeah, that's fire.
stuff like that. So would you see yourself
Kind
doing
of
stuff
like,
like that?
yeah, kind of like the video myself.
Yeah,
Like at the
exactly.
beginning is like a little bit of acting and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like I like stuff like that.
Do you just want to go into hip hop, or would acting and other types of ventures
I
kind
would
of
like
make
to
sense
act.
for you?
Yeah, I would like to act for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever acted before in
Nah,
anything? No, like
Never.
even like an acting class or something like that, or even like skits
I think in school I did.
in school.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
How
I
did it
don't
feel
know.
when you did it in school? Did it feel like
It was
organic?
cool.
Like yeah, like
Yeah.
I can see myself doing this
I could
definitely.
do it. I could do it for sure. My
Yeah.
girl be telling me that I could.
So you like a whole triple threat.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
type. I got you.
So I want to do everything.
Yeah, next the acting thing, it makes a lot of sense because even actors like Method Man, Ice Cube, Tupac, even like today Davies, Young and May,
Yeah,
they've done
exactly.
really really well in like big major TV shows
Yeah,
or like streaming
exactly.
service shows.
It opens all type of avenues at the end of the day. Whether it's music, acting, it opens all type of avenues. You could do
Right.
whatever. I mean, it's an outlet like we talked about before, but it broadens your horizon basically.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Sticking to the subject, who's your favorite rapper actor?
Rapper, actor.
Yeah, like a big time rapper, or doesn't have to be big. Well, yeah, big time rapper that's gone like done really well at acting that you can remember.
Common, not Common. Cameron.
Cameron, got you.
For sure.
Nice.
Nice. Fool. That's my favorite movie.
That's far.
Yeah.
Is it
Killer
because he's
Season?
from like? Is he because he's from Uptown? You like kind of like
Probably.
relate
I like.
definitely.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, Painful is such a classic movie.
Yeah, it is for sure.
It's like relatable to a lot of people because it's kind of what
Mhm.
they see when they step outside for a second.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Everybody who's from Uptown usually, and they
Painful.
can't.
Painful.
Oh yeah.
Cameron's funny as fuck when he act.
I mean, to me, I consider him the funniest rapper of all time. Honestly, he's one of my favorite rappers. Like, "Come Home with Me" is one of my favorite albums of all time. So, I mean, I'm a big Cameron head, so I don't even blame you. But all right, being a Bronx upcoming artist, right? Do you feel the pressure on standing out or holding it down, repping your borough? Because the last artist we had on, he's from Brooklyn. So, with the ascension of Pop Smoke and Fabio Foreign, he told us he was honestly happy for them. Most people would go out and say, "Nah, I'm trying to go out and shine on my own." But he
Yeah.
sees it more of a team thing.
Mhm.
Like if they shine, we all shine.
Of course.
So basically, he felt like they were winning for the team in whole. So do you feel the pressure of like standing out on your own?
Nah, I don't feel the pressure standing on my own. I mean, I want to open doors for everybody, Everybody that's coming up from the Bronx, I want to open doors for them. Any of my boys that rap, anybody, I want to open doors for everybody. We all make it, we all shine. We
Right.
go on tour, we got a whole bunch of Bronx niggas on tour. That's live.
I hear you.
Who are some of your favorite BX artists
BX artists,
that you look up to in a sense?
A Boogie.
Nice.
Yeah,
Interesting.
A Boogie for sure.
Is that kind of where like the influence of singing kind of comes from? Because you're very melodical when it comes to a lot of your songs.
Nah, I wouldn't say A Boogie, I would say Dirk. That's
Gotcha,
really-
okay.
That's my favorite artist.
Nice.
For sure.
Also, Dirk's your favorite artist.
Yeah, that's my favorite artist. So
Definitely.
anything like from melodic sing, because when I wanted to start rapping, I'm like, nah. Because anybody that start rapping, somebody influenced them to start rapping. Like,
Right,
yeah,
right,
true.
right.
So he was the one that influenced me to start rapping, and his sound and what he talks about and stuff like that. That really helped me gain the confidence to talk about my struggle and everything that I'm going through and open up to the people. Because people don't really like opening up about their struggles and what they're going through on the personal level. But since I seen he was able to do it, I said, why not? Why not me?
Yeah, no, Dirk does a great job at doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even if you're not from from Chicago or this type of lifestyle, you kind of see in your head like, all right, like he kind of like describes in perfect detail exactly what's going on, exactly how he's feeling. It's really hard to describe in full detail how you're feeling because the other person, you know, they're not you.
Yeah, like
So it's
him
kinda tough.
and G Herbo. Him and G Herbo, those my two
Yo, I
favorite
love
rappers.
Herbo. You heard his new tape that he dropped
Session?
recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That
great. I
shit
liked
hard.
it. Yeah.
That shit hard.
The cover photo is tough too. It's like him in the studio just like smoking and all that.
It's
But like the way it's like
simple.
all
Kept
set
it
up and
simple,
everything,
but
like
it's
black
fire.
and white. Yeah. Like
So-
some photography like that's dope.
So would you say that like the Chicago drill scene is a big like
Hell
influence
yeah.
on you?
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Chief Keef, Dirk. I fuck with Polo G right now. I fuck with all of them.
I got
Chicago
you.
boys,
I
I fuck
got
with
so
Chicago.
so like delve into that. Like, would you say like, you know, because we have our own sound in NY,
Mhm.
but a lot of people over the last like 5 years would say, nah, you guys are heavily influenced by us over in Chi-Town. So would you say like in a sense you specifically like emulate over there? Like, would you say you like try to like imitate what's going on over there, or
I
you
don't-
trying to do your own thing?
I'm trying to do my own thing. I don't imitate. I just feel like it's an influence. Everybody's influence. Like,
right.
but I'll talk about what I want to talk about, what I've been through in my own way. I feel like I have my own voice. I don't feel like I sound like anybody.
I hear that.
You feel me? So if somebody says I sound like him or I sound like him, fuck it, I don't care. But I know I don't sound like anybody. I sound like myself. So
So staying unique, a big thing for you?
Yeah, for
or it's
sure.
kind of like, you know, whatever your opinion is, it's whatever. I know exactly who I sound
yeah, I
like.
mean, I don't care what people's opinion is, but I feel like I'm myself. I do whatever I want to do. I talk about whatever I want to talk about. If I want to do something on a track and somebody else did it before, I don't care.
Right.
I probably didn't know he did it.
Yeah, a lot of people get, you know, really upset about that, and
Yeah.
which I understand personally. But since there's so many avenues and so many, you know, ways to kind of market yourself with this whole music thing, it's kind of tough not to take here and there, or if like
Yeah,
the
of
two
course.
same people sound similar, because there's only so many artists and so many ways to do stuff unless
Yeah,
someone does it
exactly.
first.
Somebody's gonna do it first.
Yeah,
That's the thing too. Like everybody thinks like everybody's copying everybody else's style,
Yeah.
and you don't really know who originate. You don't really know
know.
who's the real originator. You feel me?
Exactly.
So I know exactly where you're coming
Yeah.
from.
and sometimes with the biggest trends too, it's not who does it first, but who does it better,
Does
or
it
who
better.
who elevates it. And that's the type
Exactly.
of person that really gets remembered.
Mhm.
So sometimes, you know, if someone says, "All right, I want to be the first to do this," you know, don't be if you want to be the first to do something, that's great. But just understand that you gotta, you know, elevate it too, or or you gotta be comfortable with the fact that someone's gonna come after you,
Yeah, 'cause
whether it's in 10, 15, 20 years, and do it better than you did.
Yeah, because now you open the lane. So now there's different people that's gonna want to take that lane. What if somebody that takes that lane is better than you?
Right.
You open the lane, but now somebody's better than you. So now you did it from.
Yeah.
Who are you now?
Yeah. Do you also think that people get tight about maybe not someone taking their style, but maybe not getting the credit for it or getting like a shout
Yeah,
out?
there's people that get mad about that.
So is it like one or the other, do you think? Or maybe sometimes it's both?
It's both. Like, you gonna take my sound, not give me credit. But then again, you might not feel like you took my sound. You might
Right.
feel like that's your sound. You just happen to sound like me. Like, some people have the same voice. They sound like, I know people that sound like me
Yeah.
that don't rap. They just talk, and you hear them on the phone, they sound just like me. If they start rapping, they're gonna sound like me because they already sound like me.
Yeah,
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Is that a big deal for you? Like at the end of the day, like most people would probably say, "Well, I don't know about his credibility." You feel me?
Yeah.
But is that a like genuine like thing for you? Like, no, I want my fans to know, no, this is me. I didn't get this from nobody else.
Yeah.
You know, one thing is getting inspired by somebody or getting some type of creativity from somewhere.
Yeah.
But do you genuinely want people to know, no, everything's organic? You feel me?
Yeah, I want them to know it's organic for sure. But my fans is gonna know it's organic.
Right.
You also mentioned that you don't use autotune.
I do use all
Oh, you do use, my
Yeah,
fault. You do
I-
use autotune. So was that a decision that you wanted to make immediately, or did someone from
Yeah.
your team maybe say, all right, mate, let's try out autotune, see
That
how
was
it
the
works?
first thing I needed, autotune. I said, I'm not rapping if I don't have autotune. I need
Got
it.
you.
Because everybody used autotune.
Yeah.
It was like, why would I start making music and not use autotune? It's like, I'm not going to fit in to the trend right now. Everybody using autotune. I'm going to use autotune too, and I'm going to make it sound my own way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Is that because Durkio uses autotune a lot?
Dirk, yeah.
Right.
Who else used
Future.
autotune? Future.
A whole bunch.
I'm thinking about people
I
who
know.
use it like in a good way. 'Cause
Yeah.
some people overuse autotune sometimes
Mhm.
and doesn't sound good at all.
Exactly.
So do you kind
Roddy
of just
Ricch.
like, so you balance it out, see, all right, maybe not too much, not too little.
I don't use
What's
too
what?
much. Like, autotune, it just depends how you use it. Because it's not like
Right.
you level it. You just depends how you use it. You got to learn how to use it. At first, I didn't know how to use it. I was just going there and rap, and it would be like, you're not using the autotune. People tell me you're not using the autotune. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know what you mean. And when I started learning, it's like, all right, Ben, now I'm learning how to use it. Feel me?
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, you said right now, I'm gonna use auto tune because I'm trying to fit in.
Yeah.
You feel me? But would you say that's at the end of the day what you're like overall trying to do, or you know?
Not necessarily fit in. It's just I know the crowd I want.
Okay.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to give the crowd, the specific audience you want exactly what they need for the most
exactly.
part, because you understand who your audience is.
Exactly.
That's very important, I feel like, because a lot of people say, "Oh, he's doing auto tune. That's the same old thing." But if you understand who your audience is, like your direct demographics, and you just deliver to them,
Yeah.
that's kind of like business 101 per se.
Exactly. Like I know younger kids, they like listening to melodic stuff.
Oh, dude.
Women, girls like listening to melodic stuff, and that comes with autotune. So I'm gonna use that, and
Right.
I want that. That's my demographic. Kids that's going through what I'm going through. Girls, of course, because I make music for girls too. I got a single coming out at 12 a.m. That's for girls. It talks about me and my girl. I gotta use autotune for that because that's what girls like, the melodic stuff, singing and stuff like that.
I mean, like 15 years ago, you put it perfectly. 15 years ago, it was all about that gritty,
Exactly.
you know, talking rough DMX type of thing. But you made a great point right now. It's more about, you know, the combination of if you got bars, but if you can sing too.
Exactly.
You know, everybody's trying to aim to be the next Drake, but you know, here in NY, you know, you got guys like A Boogie, Lil TJ, who are doing their thing, and they, you know, sounding melodic on tracks.
Yeah.
So is that your overall goal? Would you say you're trying to hit that type of premier artist type of level?
Yeah. That's the audience I'm trying to hit for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which producers have you worked with, and are there any that you're currently looking to work with in the future?
Producers I work with from YouTube really, VG, Woodpecker, who else? Flazone, that's my boy right there. Speaker Bangers, yes. That's it.
And they all from the city, right?
Nah, they not from the city. They from Europe.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Would
Nah,
you-
Flazone's from New York.
Okay.
He's from the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah.
The fact that you said Europe is very interesting because I think a lot of artists love going to Europe because
Yeah.
people might pop off in Europe first before the
Yeah.
U.S. and stuff like that. Do you
Europe is
ever kind of
crazy.
see yourself maybe, all right, this is an option. Maybe if the U.S. doesn't work out right away, let's see how Europe works, or maybe overseas.
Yeah, I might think about it.
Right.
If it don't work out here, I might go overseas. I want to go overseas either way and just travel. You feel
Yeah.
me? Why not go over there for a couple months?
Yeah. Oh, when I say it doesn't work out, I'm not saying like the whole thing doesn't work out. I'm just saying some artists sometimes, get the ball rolling overseas before the U.S. or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
That's probably an option.
Right. So do you talk to these producers sometimes like, hey, like do you guys have any shows out there? Maybe like some opportunities out there that maybe you could, like. get on
Nah, I
top
don't
of?
got a personal relationship with them. Like it's just beats I find on YouTube and I just use them.
Got it.
But cause they say free on them, so I just use them. Whatever.
Oh, true. Got
Yeah.
you.
The only one I really got a relationship with is my boy Flazone.
And he's from New York.
Yeah, he's from New York.
Got you.
Nice.
So we're not gonna mention any names, but there's a certain artist right now who's incarcerated, who has rainbow hair, and you
Yeah.
know he was touring overseas. But you know, he made his money overseas and he was popping over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of artists like Ye signed what's his name? He sound just like Future. He had that hit. I forgot what's his name. Oh, Designer.
Oh, yeah,
He's making
Designer.
his money.
Yeah.
He's making his
Overseas,
money
yeah.
overseas. So would you say you want like to make your money is money at the end of the day, but you want to like branch off to Europe first or like overseas, or do you want to tour here?
I want to tour here.
I hear that.
I want to tour here first and then go overseas. I want to get laid in my country first, my city, New York, everything.
Got you. You speak Spanish too. Would you ever
Yeah.
think about going like towards like the Spanish trap scene, maybe like Spanish pop or something like that? Or, like
I'm not
working this type
Spanish.
of artist?
'Cause I feel like if you gonna hit the Spanish scene, your Spanish got to be like
On point.
on point, cause they're gonna hear that you're struggling with your Spanish. So
Yeah.
it's like, but I'll rap in English, but I
Right.
won't do the Spanish. My Spanish ain't up to par to keep up with them.
If your Spanish gets better, would that maybe would that idea maybe change?
Yeah, for sure.
Right. What were some of your famous Spanish artists that you kind of like?
Spanish artists, I fuck with Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I fuck with Osuna.
Okay.
What else?
You like Anuel?
I was just
I
about
fuck
to
with
bring him up.
Anuel.
Yeah.
I fuck with Anuel.
niggas, I know they hear me. And don't compare me to niggas, I know they fear me. I can see all the hate through my vision clearly. It ain't a race, but if it is, I'm in it clearly. I put pain on my music, hope you feel me. Day by day I hustle, so thank God I'm still free. You can't